Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Today we will learn about the toxoplasmosis. I am talking about the toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis is caused by an infection with the protozoa species known as Toxoplasma gondii. What I want you to take from that is protozoa species that causing the infection, and it is an obligate intracellular parasite. Here you can see the picture of this protozoa in this slide. Here is the picture of the protozoa species. Now Toxoplasma gondii has a worldwide distribution. Cats and livestock as a host for the protozoa, and mice act as an intermediate host, and there are some sources, different sources by which a person can infected with this protozoa. Number one is cat feces, and one is through cat feces. So in the sources or in the transmission, the person gets exposed to the Toxoplasma oocytes. And the second source is through undercooked meat, and is that source is the tissue cyst. And there is also horizontal transmission. This can include through organ planted or through blood transfusion from the infected person. And the fourth source is vertical transmission from mother to child, and these lead to something known as congenital toxoplasmosis. We shall talk more about this in next few slides, but what I want you to take from these sources is that in first three sources leads to what is known as acquired toxoplasmosis, and the fourth leads to congenital toxoplasmosis. And we are going to talk about the difference between acquired and congenital a little later on, so as we mentioned before this host. And this is the second slides of this lecture. The second slide is talking about we are talking about now the pathophysiology of the toxoplasmosis. The host include cats and livestock. Humans can be infected from cats through fecal oocytes. The humans can be infected through the fecal oocytes, and human can be infected from the livestock through undercooked meat. In पिछले स्लाइड्स में आप पहले पढ़ चुके हैं कि कैसे वो जो है वो डिजीज़ काज करते हैं और कौन कौन सी डिजीज़ के ज़रिए ये फैलता है. फर्स्ट इज़ कैट फीसेस एंड सेकेंड इज़ अंडरकुक मीट. Ingesting tissue cysts. So again the source are cat feces with fecal oocyst and undercooked meat with tissue cyst. So when someone ingests either infected either fecal oocytes or tissue cyst, they transform into what is known as taking white. Shortly after ingestion, the tackies all white then enter the muscles and neural tissue of the individuals and become bright as a white cyst. Now what is most concerning is that in a pregnant woman, who is exposed to cyst, these techies all vials can pass through the placenta and infected the developing fetus, leading to what we call congenital toxoplasmosis. Two main sources. Once again, two main sources: cat faces and undercooked meat. The fecal oocytes and tissue cysts transform into tachyzoids shortly after ingestion. Tachyzoids enter muscles and neural tissue and become bradiozoid cysts. In a pregnant woman exposed to cyst, tachyzoids can pass through placenta and infect the developing fetus. Here is the next slide of this lecture. Here is some clinical presentation of this lecture. Firstly, we are gonna talk about congenital toxoplasmosis, and congenital toxoplasmosis has a clinical triad of 3 signs and symptoms. We are going to use the more devices CHA, classic CHI, like the energy force CHI, or you can use HIC HIC as an helps you some remember these 3 signs and symptoms as a HIC. The first one is chorioretinitis, and the second is hydrocephalus, and the third is intracranial calcifications. So the classic triad organ is chorioretinitis, hydrocephalus, and intracranial calcification. Congenital toxoplasmosis can lead to the microcephaly and in toxoplasma or toxoplasmosis. Toxoplasmosis is actually one of the torch infections, TORCH, torch infections that you might have learned about before. The in torch is actually toxoplasmosis, and this is one of the 4th infection that leads to an tetramine. Here is the third trimester. First trimester infections, worse outcomes. In the third trimester, growth restrictions generally during pregnancy, and the woman will actually be infected with toxoplasma in the third trimester. The pregnant woman will actually be infected with the toxoplasma in the third trimester. However, it can happen at any trimester, and being infected in the first trimester leads to worse outcomes for the infant. And when when we talk about infection during pregnancy, we actually mean primarily infection if a woman has actually been infected prior to pregnancy. Here is some acquired toxoplasmosis. The acquired toxoplasmosis is generally asymptomatic. Acquired toxoplasmosis is actually asymptomatic. It can be latent, so it can be basically be in suppressed form and have no symptoms at all. पिछले लेक्चर्स में आप ऑलरेडी पढ़ चुके हैं एसिम्टोमेटिक के बारे में. एसिम्टोमेटिक के पिछले टॉपिक में ऑलरेडी बताया जा चुका है. ऐसी चीज़ जो सिम्टम्स शो ना करे वो एसिम्टोमेटिक कहलाता है. It is also a latent, it can persist for the life. Here is the next slide of this lecture. The acquired asymptomatic infection generally occurs at 5 to 23 after an infection. It can occur in immunopotent individual most of the time. Sorry, here is one slide is missing, but okay, it's okay. Toxoplasmosis acquired, it shows some symptoms like headache, myalgias, and pharyngitis, splenomegaly, and in rare cases it show pneumonitis, it means pneumonia, it show pneumonia, and some cases it show myocarditis and problems of myocardia and problems of heart and pericarditis and polymyositis and hepatitis. And some other encephalitis, some rare cases, and some other acquired toxoplasmosis are the problems are the encephalitis and posture problems. हम पे कुछ आपको टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोलिसिस के जो प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, आपको जब ये टॉक्सोप्लाज्मोलिसिस जो है डिज़ीज़ आपको होती है तो कौन कौन से प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं. जो मेजर हैं वो हेडेक है, मायलॉइगस है एंड फ्रेंजाइटिस है, हेप्टोसेफ्लैनोमेगली है. ये प्रॉब्लम जो है आपको मेजर होते हैं. जो रेयर केसेस में होते हैं वो आपको हेपेटाइटिस हो सकता है, निमोनिया हो सकता है और हार्ट के प्रॉब्लम्स आपको हो सकते हैं. Here is the some diagnosis and the treatment of this disease, namely as a toxoplasmosis. The toxoplasmosis, his diagnosis is a serology. In the last few lecture के अंदर आपने इसके serology के बारे में पढ़ चुके हैं कि serology क्या चीज़ है, एसिम्टोमेटिक क्या चीज़ है, डेफिनेशंस पढ़ चुके हैं. और इस टॉपिक में जो है वो भी सेम क्या है, ट्रीटमेंट जो है वो सीरोलॉजी है. CSF right Gemsa strain, right Gemsa stain, and we can use PCR to look for genetic evidences of toxoplasmosis. इसके इलाज के लिए हम टॉक्सोसीरोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. राइट जेम्सा स्ट्रेन जो है इसका इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. या PCR जो है वो उसके लिए एविडेंसेस प्रूफ दिए गए हैं कि इसको सही करने के लिए, डायग्नोज करने के लिए PCR का इस्तेमाल आप कर सकते हैं. And the immunocompromised patient had CT scan will be used. Ophthalmological examinations are also used, and here is the treatment often not required. The treatments are also often not required, but here is some special consideration of this disease. Firstly is pregnancy. The special treatment during the pregnancy is spiramycin or pyrimethamine and sulfadiazone. And in the HIV patient, we will use the antibiotics about the pyrimethamine and sulfadiazine. ये दो स्पेशल कंसिडरेशंस हैं जिनमें मतलब स्पेशल पेशेंट होते हैं. उनके लिए, आम पेशेंट्स के लिए कोई स्पेशल ट्रीटमेंट रिक्वायर्ड नहीं है, बट जो स्पेशल पेशेंट्स हैं उनके लिए, जैसे कि ड्यूरिंग द प्रेगनेंसी वुमेंस के लिए है और HIV के पेशेंट्स के है, उनके दौरान जो है आप इसको इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं। स्पायरामाइसिन और पेरीमेथइन के साथ आपने सल्फाडाइज़ाइन का इस्तेमाल करना है। इन दोनों को इस्तेमाल करके आप इसका इलाज जो है, इसकी ट्रीटमेंट जो है आप कर सकते हैं। Here is the another treatment for this. Here is the for this disease. Here is the another problem. Eye diseases. It is also special consideration for the problems of the eye diseases. हम आई की अगर डिजीज़ अगर आपको हैं तो उसके दौरान भी आप इसके लिए स्पेशल कंसंट्रेशंस करते हैं और इनका इस्तेमाल आप कर सकते हैं। And here is some references of this topic, and you can see this slide in which we will talk we have to talk about the sources which transfer this disease. कैट फीसेस एंड अंडरकुक्ड मीट, ये दो सोर्सेज हैं जिनकी वजह से जो है ये डिज़ीज़ होती है। अगर ये सोर्सेज जो हैं हम रिमूव करते हैं, ख़त्म कर दें, तो हमें ये डिज़ीज़ नहीं होती। एंड हेयर इज़ द सम रेफरेंसेस ऑफ दिस lecture, and now Allah Hafiz and thank you.